He continued to play despite having injured one of his eyes. He even switched his racket to his left hand, which is not his best hand. But his opponents didn't know how strong the one-eyed David was. It was the second match of the National Tennis League. David was trying to catch George's topspin, but he lost control of his arm and tried to force the ball back. But one of his eyes was injured. The crowd advised him to give up the match, but David insisted on continuing. Finally, the captain gave him 10 minutes. At that point, win or lose, he had to leave the field. And so David with one eye took the field again. George, seeing him like this, sneered at him if he'd make it to the end. But David said, "I don't want to lose a game until I win the Nationals." David then switched from holding the racket in his right hand to his left. This was a surprise to the crowd. Soon the match began. But with only one eye, David's sense of distance and judgment of the ball was off. But what killed him most of all was the paralysis he felt in his hands from the up and down spin. At the same time, George concentrated his fire on David's left corner. This made David's position more and more difficult. The score was 4-3 in favor of George. But just when everyone thought it was hopeless, David smiled. He said to George, "I found your weakness. I found your weakness. I've got to beat you fast." Everyone thought David was talking big. Even David's teammates thought it was unlikely. And then the game continued. But then everyone was shocked.